Welcome to this new edition of In a Nutshell, How to Manage Your Finances. I'm Kelvin from KelvinLearnsInvesting YouTube channel. Today's episode is about setting financial goals. A little bit of intro about me. So I started making content because I like money. As a uni student back then, I've always been very interested in money related stuff. But when I share it to my friends, they didn't really care to listen. And back then, I was watching a lot of US finance YouTubers like Graham Stephan and Andre Jake sharing their financial knowledge. So I thought, why not I try it instead? That's how I started making videos. It wasn't anything noble like helping others or anything. It's just an outlet for me to vent my frustration. So you may have just graduated, and for most of you, you probably won't have much responsibilities. Not married, no kids, no house. So here are 4 simple tips in setting your financial goals. Tip number 1, budgeting. So set 50% of your budget on wants, 30% on needs, and the remaining 20% on savings. But this is just a general rule, not a fixed rule. Depending on your financial situation, you could save less or you could save more. But I would say try to save at least 5% of your income to prepare for rainy days. Tip number 2, have a safety net. Have 6 months worth of emergency funds, then invest all the rest. Again, this is just a general rule. When you have just graduated, you have very little responsibility, no family, no house, and probably staying with your parents. Even if you lose your job, no worries, you can still depend on your parents for food and housing. So if you can save 6 months worth of emergency funds, go for it. Otherwise, just start with 1 month and work your way upwards. Tip number 3, pay off your tuition fee loan as soon as possible. If you have just graduated, you have a rather large amount, 20k to 30k worth of student loans, growing at 4% every year. That's good for the bank, not you. That's why, if you can, chop quickly pay off your student loans, ideally within 1 to 2 years. That's because by paying it off quickly, you have just made a guaranteed 4% worth of money, which in this current market where everyone else is losing money, earning a guaranteed 4% is considered a really good return. Then, if you have any leftover money, start building up your emergency funds or start investing. Tip number 4, you are an adult now. Congratulations! Now go apply for credit cards. There are many different kinds of cards that you can apply for, but I will give you my tips and advice in episode 3. With all that said, here's Kelvin's advice. It's good to have financial goals and it's good to work towards something. But take it one step at a time. You just come out and graduated only. There may be a lot of things for you to figure out as you go along. That's all for this episode on setting financial goals. For the next episode, I will talk about budgeting. I'm Kelvin, and in a nutshell, this is how you manage your finances.